Good evening, Sarasota. How's everyone tonight? Yes, my name's Richard Bouchard. I was born in Philadelphia. I wasn't there very long. In fact, it felt like I spent a year there one night. My father was in the service. We moved to Pensacola, Florida, and you know that's up in the Panhandle, and we all know that the Panhandle is considered the redneck Riviera. So people ask me all the time, do people ever call you Dick? And I say, no, they don't call me Dick. I said, but occasionally I've been known as Big Dick, but mostly at the gym. I would like to thank my friends for coming out tonight. I really do appreciate it. Both of you. I met these two guys on the top of the garage when I was hurrying to get here. And they said, is anything going on in downtown Sarasota? I said, yeah, you got a comedy club right downstairs. And I said, on top of that, I'll even buy you your first 2 drinks if you clap for me. So I did ask them to kind of sit together so they look like a small crowd, but they chose not to, so. Most of you don't know, I've been a hairdresser since I was 17 years old. That's a long time. Believe me, I've traveled the world, studied my profession, really tried to work hard at it, and on top of that, I learned how to do a little hair. My first experience in Paris, I happened to learn 3 famous words, ménage à trois. Well, if those of you who don't know what that means in English, a 3-way. Well, after my first experience, I quickly decided that what I would rather do is take one person, make them feel like they had to. So, all right, I see it. All right, there you are, right over there. This young lady right here, I saw her. She tapped her friend on the shoulder, and she said, I bet you $5 he's gay. And I said, honey, you should have saved your money because I'm not gay. I said, but well, wait just a second. I've had thoughts of being bisexual before. If you're buying, I could be sexual. And at my age, I could be trisexual. You might try anything. I'd like to say something for the gentlemen in the audience, too. I noticed when I said that I'm a hairdresser, there was some snickering going on. That's okay. I've got questions for you guys. First question is, when's the last time that you put your hands through 15 potential beautiful women in one day? All right, you get where I'm going with this? The second question is, when's the last time you ended up giving 15 happy endings in one day? And the third question is, did you ever get paid and get 20% on top of that? I'm a firm believer in therapy. I've been going to the same therapist for 25 years. I helped him get through his first divorce. I helped him put his kids through college. We're working on the second divorce. And I've just about secured a mistress for him. He said to me the other day, he said, Richard, I've got some good news for you and some bad news. And I said, doctor, what are you talking about? He said, well, I said, tell me the bad news first. He said, well, Richard, you have 7 personalities. And I said, really? I said, what's the bad news? Or actually, what's the good news? He said to me, well, 5 of them don't want anything to do with you. And I also believe in plastic surgery. How else could an 85-year-old man stand up here, look 65, and act like a 20-year-old? I used to weigh, ladies and gentlemen, 368 pounds. Can you believe that? Yes, I lost another whole person. And when it was all said and done, thanks to modern medicine, thank you. And when it was all said and done, I went to the doctor and I said to the doctor, I said, doctor, what is all this? And he said to me, well, that's leftover skin. I said, well, what can we do about it? He said, well, you can go to the gym for 4 hours a day for 10 years, or I can fix it for you with a body lift. I said, a body lift? That sounds kind of interesting. He said, yeah, I can give you the body of a Chippendale dancer. I said, sign me up, I'm ready. One thing he didn't tell me was that at 60, Chippendales aren't hiring. And another thing he didn't tell me was they certainly aren't hiring somebody with a body that looks like a patchwork quilt. Also, I'm a firm believer in plastic surgery. All except, I'm kind of afraid of Botox. Botox kind of scares me. Botox to me is a poison. And I'm not really sure that it would mix well with all the other toxins I put in this body, you know? So I would like to say that, where was I going with all this, ladies and gentlemen? You help me out, young lady. I would like to say, oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. You're all wondering about my hair. Well, I was thinking about my hair this morning when I was doing it. Well, you know, I've got 4 more of them just like it at home. So, when I was doing my hair this morning, I had more product in my hair, and I had it set on 450 degrees, and I said, my God, we could have a forest fire in this bathroom. I would like to say also that one of the good things that came about all the stuff that I went through with my body lift and all that was I used to have a hairy chest. Now I've got this really wonderful soft beard. And I probably know that my time's running short, ladies and gentlemen, but next time, make sure I tell you about my fuzzy navel. Good night.